Welcome to the podcast Risk Intelligence with your host, Karen Adamsbaum. She will be sharing her knowledge on common insurance questions, coverage explanations, claim scenarios, and interviews with brokers, clients, and colleagues to discuss various topics in the insurance industry.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another edition of my podcast called Risk Intelligence. Today, I'm going to talk about builder's risk. Who pays when something goes wrong? Let's think about this scenario first. There's a new home. It's 80% complete. The cabinets are installed. The appliances have been delivered. And then there's a fire. Who pays for the damage? Is it the builder's general liability coverage? Is it the homeowner's insurance? Or what about the subcontractor? This is where builder's risk insurance comes in. Builder's risk is a property coverage designed to protect the building while it's under construction or renovation. Depending on the policy, it can cover the structure itself along with materials and supplies that go into the project. But here's the important part. Who's responsible for buying the builder's risk policy? Don't assume it's the builder, and don't assume it's the owner. Look at the contract. The construction contract should tell you who's responsible for obtaining the coverage. And then you need to make sure that the policy actually matches what the contract requires and the exposures of that particular project. You also want to understand when the coverage starts and ends, how theft is handled, whether or not the materials are covered away from the job site, and what happens if the owner starts to occupy the property before the construction's completely finished. Because the worst time to discover a gap in the builder's risk coverage is after the loss. So here's today's risk intelligence takeaway. Before the construction begins, ask two questions. Who is responsible for the builder's risk coverage? And does the policy actually protect the project the way everybody thinks that it does? Don't assume. Always verify. Because when something goes wrong during the construction project, you don't want the first question to be, wait, whose insurance was supposed to cover this? I hope this information was helpful. Thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening to the podcast Risk Intelligence. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel and connect on LinkedIn by doing a search on Karen Adamsbaum.